What's going on, and welcome back. Probably like around a year ago, give or take a year or so, I got the opportunity to try out Baldur's Gate 3 for the first time. I saw it on the PlayStation Store. They were giving out a trial version. I think it was like a 2-hour trial version or whatever. And I was like, oh, this is going to be great. This is great because I've been wanting to play this for a long time, right? Since the game first came out, I really been wanting to play this. So I get it and I install the game and it starts off with this awesome cutscene. I'm like, oh my god, this is great. And then it's time to create a character, right? So I'm in there creating. I think it was like a female mage or wizard. I can't remember, but I'm doing like the armor part, and then she's fully nude, and I'm like, holy shit, she's fucking naked. Right? I was like, oh my god, I can't believe she's naked. I was like, whatever. So I just continued, creating the character, and then I get into the game. I'm like, oh, dude, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. And I start playing it, and then it gets into combat. And I was like, wait a minute. What is this? Right? And I'm like, wait, what is this? I get a turn, and then they get a turn. Like it's a turn-based strategy type game. And I was like, I don't know if what? I was expecting something else. Entirely. I thought it was going to be something like more action, run around, fight, hit things or whatever. I didn't know it was like you take a turn and then they take a turn. And if you want to move here, you can move there, and strategize and all that. I was like, I don't know if this is for me. So I didn't finish the trial version. I stopped playing and I deleted it, and I thought, I'm never playing this again. Never. This game is not for me because I didn't get it. I didn't get the whole strategy thing, combat and all that. I didn't get it. So I was like, this game is not for me. I'm never gonna play it again. And I left it at that, right? But then that bothered me. That bothered me because this was a game that I've been wanting to play since it first came out. Since it was first announced. It just looks so cool. And I love like Dungeons and Dragons, right? And this is what this game was. And a year later, I picked up a physical copy of Baldur's Gate 3. I had to import it from Japan because we never got physical copies here for whatever reason. Now, I've heard rumors that I hear nothing. I read it. I read rumors, I guess, that supposedly we're coming out with physical copies here in North America in July. From what I read, right? If that happens, will I pick one up? Maybe. And you're thinking, wait, what? You have one right here in your hand. What do you mean, maybe? I'll get to that in a minute. So I get this game and I'm like, okay, this is last week. Last week I'm thinking, I'm gonna sit down and I'm gonna learn this game. I was determined to learn this game. and I already knew, right? So I install the game. It starts, and I start playing. I already knew what to expect from combat, right? I get into my first fight, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like looking at the screen, and I'm going through the menus. I'm trying to, I'm working, trying to figure how to play this correctly, right? It took. I died a couple of times at the beginning, and I was figuring it out. I was like, okay, so this is how this works, and this is how that works, and I can do this and do that or whatever, and it's no big deal. So I got through my first fight a lot easier this time than I did when I played the trial version of the game. I was like, okay, so I got through that, and then we land on the island or whatever, crash land on the island or whatever. And then I'm going, and then I get into another fight, and I'm figuring it. I'm getting it. I'm like, holy shit! So as I'm playing, I figured out combat. I figured it out, and I was like, oh my god, dude! It wasn't as bad as I thought it was. Dude, I was like, oh my gosh, this is not easy, but it's not like difficult like the way I was making it in my mind. I was like, dude, this is great. This is great. So I'm playing this game, and I'm genuinely having a good time. I'm like, oh my god, dude, this is awesome. I love this game. I was absolutely loving this game. And in my mind, I'm thinking, this is probably my favorite game that I played so far this year, I think. Or that I was playing, right? I haven't played through it yet, but that I was playing. I was like, this is so much fun. And I'm loving it, dude. Like I told you, I'm a big fan of Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm just freaking loving the way this game is. And I got combat down. And I'm like, yes, dude, this is awesome. This is awesome. And then I'm finding armor. And I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm getting killed. Let me change armor, and, maybe better armor will help me live a little bit longer, right? So I'm changing armor, and I noticed that I didn't create a character this time. I'm playing one of the characters that's here on the cover, and just to throw myself in there, just to play it, and I noticed that her breasts had patches on them, like patches. I'm like, what the hell? So now she's fully nude, but then she's not fully nude. She's got patches, and then she had like skin colored underwear on or something. I'm like, what the hell? Not that it bothered me or anything, but I was just like, is there something going on with the settings or something? So I looked in the options and the settings, and I didn't see anything. So I go, okay, because I know that when I played the trial version, the characters were fully nude and whatever, like, what's going on here? So I get online and I look, and the physical copy of Baldur's Gate 3, the Japanese version, is censored. It's censored. And I've read about this before, like back then. I forgot. And I'm like, whoa, okay, that. I was like, okay, it's censored. No big deal. That's not a game changer. Like, I'm really enjoying this game. Nudity, who cares, man? Who cares, right? But as I'm reading this, they've not only censored that, they censored a lot of scenes in the game. They censored a lot of like gore in the game. They censored a lot of violence, and I'm thinking, wait a minute. The nudity is not a problem, but now they're taking this. It's like they altered a lot of stuff in the game. That's what they did. It's an altered version of the original game that first came out, right? They altered a lot of scenes or whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute. See, that, like I said, the nudity part didn't. I don't care about that. It didn't bother me. But now that the game was altered, scenes were altered, things were taken out or whatever. That bothered me, because now I'm thinking, now I was feeling like I wasn't playing the full version of the game. If that makes any sense, right? I wasn't playing the game the way, or experiencing the game the way we were meant to experience it, because of the changes that they did to the game, to the physical copy, right? But Japan has different laws and censorships over there for video games or whatever. Or probably for a lot of things, but I'm just talking about video games. I was like, dude, this sucks. This sucks. Because now my plan was, my goal was to get from the beginning to the game to the end. Eventually, it's like a 100-hour long game, and fully experienced and get immersed in this world and have a good time. And now I felt like I couldn't do that because the game was altered. It doesn't feel like a complete copy of a game. It feels like I'm playing some, I don't know what. So I deleted the game. I deleted the game off the console. Not because I was mad, but because I repurchased the game digitally, the North American version. It's not censored, right? So I was like, okay. I looked it up and I was like, if I purchase the North American version, will it uncensor this? They're like, no. Okay. I was like, all right, good. I'm glad I saw all this and figured this out before I continued, before I got any further. So I deleted the game and I repurchased it digitally. Now I don't mind buying a game digitally if I already own the physical copy. Even though this isn't, like, in my opinion, a full physical copy of the game, but it's a physical copy nonetheless. So I repurchased and reinstalled the game, and I'm going to be playing that, starting it sometime today, because I absolutely fell in love with this game. I thought it was awesome. I think it's awesome, and the combat, like I said, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not easy by any means, but it ain't terribly difficult. It's very doable. You know, if I could figure it out, you can. If you never played Baldur's Gate 3, I'm just telling you, like, it's different. It's like turn-based strategy or whatever. But at first it wasn't for me. Now it's all for me. I really love this game, and that's why I'm saying, like, am I going to purchase a physical copy of this game if it ever gets released here in North America? I don't know, man, because like I said, I already have a physical copy. Like, again, to me, it doesn't feel like a full version of the game, but I got a physical copy, and then I repurchased it digitally, so it's kind of like, I got 2 copies of the game, so it's whatever, man. I don't know. Maybe if it happens, and later on, if the game gets put on sale, because if I finish this game, as long as it is, it's too early to tell right now. But I don't know if I'll play it again or whatever. But we'll have to see. But anyways, yeah, man. That's what I want to talk about. It's like, if you always wanted a physical copy of Baldur's Gate 3 and you haven't played it, and you're thinking about playing it, but you want to get the physical copy, be warned. Be warned that the only place you can get it is in Japan, or shipped from Japan or whatever, and it's going to be censored, and you're not going to get like the full version of the game the way it's meant to be played. Alright, anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.